Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pulse Social Sports News Bulletin. My name is Paddy and I'm hoping that you're all doing well and staying safe. March is here, spring and Easter are around the corner, and here's to hoping that March is a prosperous month for all, and what a week it's shaping up to be. The Women's Super League is taking place in full effect later this week, with 6 teams going toe-to-toe. Manchester United are taking on Villa, Birmingham City are going to be taking on Arsenal, Brighton are going up against Tottenham, Manchester City are taking on Everton, Bristol City, who are in the final of the Women's League Cup, are going to be taking on Reading. Finally, West Ham take on Chelsea, who are also in the final of the FA Women's Cup, which is to be played on March 14th. Meanwhile, on the Premier League side of things, all the teams are playing this weekend, with the exception of Southern team Southampton, who travel up to Goodison Park to face off against Everton. Whilst the weekend will be seeing every team taking place, with noteworthy matches being from the bottom of the league table Sheffield, who are taking on Southampton, whilst the age-old Manchester derby takes place, with Manchester City playing host to their United counterparts. Meanwhile, we at Pulse Social have been busy drawing up events and plans, and we are excited to share them with you. The first event that we have on is the hashtag #SheGetsTalking on the 2nd of March at 11 a.m. We at Pulse can understand that the winter blues plus the lockdown have left many feeling more isolated than ever before, which is why we at Pulse are teaming up with Virgin Money to get people socially active in an effort to ditch the feeling of loneliness, even for a little while. We are also excited to have Rosemary Wilson being a keynote speaker for this event. Meanwhile, we are also very excited to announce the launch of our Pulse Social She Gets Social campaign, which will be launched this month in March. We at Pulse are aware that there are 2 million fewer women involved in sport and activities, which is a huge number, which is why we at Pulse are looking to launch She Gets Social, a campaign that aims to help more women across London get involved in sport and make it more accessible for everyone. Finally, we are heavily anticipating the upcoming International Women's Day on March 8th, which is partnered with London Coventry University, where we will be launching many events that we are excited to show you in honour of this day. To find out more from our fundraising events, all the information can be found from the QR code below and at the end of this video. We also have 3 brilliant podcasts coming your way. The first is from the previously mentioned keynote speaker, Rosemary Wilson, as she looks at how the corporate world is starting to incorporate workplace wellness into their employment schemes.
As I matured, let's say, I realised how important that health was. Every organisation I've worked in that I can remember has had a gym, either had a gym in the building, great, or provided membership to a gym as part of the employee package, which was always great.
While we are also speaking to Andy Blow, the co-founder of Precision Hydration, and how he has used sport and a big race to motivate their team and to have a clear distinction about what is work and what is sport, whilst trying to find a way to not let work overtake well-being.
Definitely, it's a big part of the ethos of the way we run the company at Precision Hydration, because most of us are athletes at whatever level. When you run a startup or any sort of small enterprise or sort of small to medium sized enterprise, I think you can get very, very sucked into work being everything. And at times it has to be, because if you're going to get a business off the ground, you have to go above and beyond. But after a few years, I think Johnny and I recognised that there was a danger of work taking up too much of our lives. And one good antidote to that was to have what we sort of now call a BHAG, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal, which you should have outside of your day-to-day.
Finally, we have a great interview with Josh White, an employer at Influencer, a company that has already hosted a large number of wellness events for its employees and was aiming to look at things such as gym memberships before COVID shut everything down, though the company is still looking at putting on mental health panels as a way to encourage its employees that there is nothing wrong with not being okay, whilst encouraging openness amongst all its staff.
So from the company, obviously throughout lockdown, it's had to be a lot of focus on the mental side, because there's not an awful lot you can do physically. I know before lockdown, as we were growing as a company, we were kind of discussing things like getting gym memberships and stuff like that across the board, but obviously that's kind of been on hold. But I have to say the company's been great on the mental health side of things. So we do a lot of kind of socially focused things. Obviously, one of the big issues that people are facing nowadays is the lack of social interaction and kind of keeping a community going.
Thank you for coming along to this bulletin with me as usual. And if you're interested in any of this content, any of our podcasts or any of our events, then please don't forget to like and subscribe to our Facebook, our Twitter, our LinkedIn or our YouTube at Pulse Social CIC. Don't forget to check out our website. That's all we have for this week. See you next time.